Game of the Final Judgment, Awakening of the Neopening. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 26, The End of the Second Wave. And under the effect of Yun Ning's halo, there are almost no cases of serious injuries or loss of combat power. Regional announcement: the second wave of monsters attacking the village is over, and the third wave will arrive in 1 hour. Players, please get ready, it's finally over. Even with a top-level tank like Zhao Yuan, I still feel extremely tired. Kuan Yin heaved a sigh of relief. After fighting for a full 13 hours, the spirit has been tense. Even we here are so exhausted. Isn't it true that the other Xinxiao villages are directly exhausted? Wang Mu said. It's already a miracle that we didn't die a single person in the two waves. Among the other Xinxiao villages, although only village 403 was destroyed, the rest of the villages must have suffered heavy losses. I think in this last wave, 80% of the villages will be destroyed, and there is no escape. The captain of the Hu organization also rejoiced. With these three top experts, we can all survive to the end, and we can exchange points for extraordinarily generous rewards. I'm already looking forward to it. Ordinary players and NPC guards are also full of excitement. Although they are physically exhausted, they are full of anticipation. Finish the monster attack early and get rewards sooner. It's already entering the night state, and the monster's attributes are doubled. Zhao Yuan should be able to withstand it, right? A level 9 archer talked to his teammates. That must be. With Zhao Yuan, we can pass the third wave perfectly without killing anyone. The rewards exchanged for the battlefield points are so rich that you can't imagine. It is written in the guide on the forum that the survival rate of monsters attacking villages is 25%. That is, out of 100 novice villages, 75 will be trampled down by fierce beasts. With such a cruel chance of survival, if you survive in the end, the reward you get may be even more exaggerated than the Wasteland dungeon. Of course, it depends on the number of battlefield points. At our level, the final battlefield points are only a few dozen points, but it is enough for us to improve our combat power. Many players also sent Zhao Yuan friend requests, but Zhao Yuan did not agree. In the cruel and real Doomsday Game, the most important thing is to save your life, and the second is the output. A top tank player like Zhao Yuan is really priceless. Zhao Yuan set up a group chat with friends, and brought Zhong Wen and Yun Ning in, and the three of them could talk freely. Zhong Wen, Yunning, your magic aura is too strong this time. We brothers will protect you in the future. Just turn on the aura at the back. Yun Ning, originally, I was still considering whether to choose a few output skills and life-saving skills, but after meeting you and Zhao Yuan, I can choose to become a pure Halo ability user. You don't need to consider life-saving and output. In the future, I will choose aura for all my skills. At this time, the battlefield points ranking is as follows. First, Zhao Yuan, 1,562 points. Second, Zhong Wen, 962 points. Third, Yun Ning, 563 points. Fourth, Kuan Yin, 491 points. Fifth, Wang Mu, 336 points. Battle tips: Killer level 13 elite wild boar, get 265 experience points, get 291 experience points, get 305 experience points. Killing the target triggers the talent billion times proficiency. The current acquisition multiplier is 6.5 times. SSS level anti-armor gains 9,653 proficiency points, 6.5 times, and the level is raised to level 35. SSS level knife drawing taunt gains 6,532 proficiency points, 6.5 times, and the level is raised to level 30. The SSS level madman gains 6,163 proficiency points, 6.5 times, and the level is raised to level 15. The current property panel of Zhao Yuan is Zhao Yuan level, LV10, 65% 100%, health, 100% mana, 100%. Chapter 24, The Final Battle. The village chief came to Zhao Yuan and asked, in the dark state, the attributes of monsters will be doubled. In this last wave, there will be lord creatures. Don't worry, although I alone can resist the lord creature, don't forget that I still have two teammates. Zhao Yuan laughed. They will help me share the pressure. Besides, in the state of night, these fierce beasts can finally break through my defense, otherwise I won't be able to use the newly learned skills. That's good, The village chief smiled with a down-to-earth mood. An hour passed in a hurry, and Zhao Yuan didn't even feel the passage of time. Then I heard the area announcement sound. The third wave of monster attack is coming. Players, please get ready. Warn. In the state of night, all attributes of the beast are doubled. Warn. The Lord creatures are coming. The warnings from the regional announcements seem to be the urging signs for the 99 Xinqiao villages. Zhao Yuan still jumped off the city wall alone. It was completely dark at this time, and a torch was erected on the city wall to disperse the surrounding darkness. The first thing he saw were three tall figures, bigger than the giant white-bone beast, followed by a wave of more ferocious beasts than the previous two waves. It can be clearly seen that these ferocious beasts have completely fallen into a rage in the dark night state. Their eyes are red, their size has increased, and they have become more and more tyrannical. The three tall figures were three Lord-level bosses, walking behind the tide of ferocious beasts. Orc Shaman quality, Lord level, LV14 strength, 200 constitution, 200 dexterity, 100 intelligence, 300 skills, drumming, group healing. Introduction. The shaman of the orc race has the ability to invigorate range units. 6 armed green ghost quality, Lord level, LV14 strength, 300 constitution, 260 agility, 300 intelligence, 100 skills, charge, whirlwind. Introduction. A ghost creature with 6 arms, not afraid of death, a natural meat grinder on the battlefield. Goblin wizard quality, Lord level, LV14 strength, 100 constitution, 160 agility, 160 intelligence, 360 skills, rain of fire, wind. Introduction. A rare goblin creature with super high magical talent, which can easily destroy village-level buildings. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 28. Point rewards. The mage boos and the warrior boos wanted to rescue the orc shaman, but Zhao Yuan taunted again with a drawn sword, a super large-scale forced effect. 7 let the two boos have to attack him with all their strength, and then be hit hard by the SSS level counter injury. Zhao Yuan even saw a few grenades, which exploded around him, and the shattered shrapnel splashed wildly, which was more powerful than ordinary spell skills. This is the item of the player who uses the hot weapon in the player's team. The monster that Zhao Yuan couldn't taunt rushed to the rear and was blocked by the shield defense player and the melee player for a time. Basketball-sized fireballs, blade-like wind blades, hundreds of arrows, and bullets that could not be caught by the naked eye all roared on the battlefield, weaving a sonata of victory and survival. As for the other novice villages, without top players, they are at risk in the third wave of monsters attacking the village in the dark night. Many villages have become ruins, and a huge tide of beasts has flooded the villages, eating players and NPCs one after another. Regional announcement. Number 500 Xinqiang village was destroyed, number 496 Xinqiang village was destroyed, and number 413 Xinqiang village was destroyed. It only took Zhao Yuan half an hour to kill the mage boos and the warrior boos. These two boos are not low in intelligence. After Zhao Yuan's taunting ended, they both chose to attack the players in the rear. But driven by the Doomsday Game, they can't escape, they can only die. In the end, he was counter-injured plus ridiculed by Zhao Yuan, and his blood was pierced by real damage. Battle tip. Players kill level 14 Lord boosts to gain 9,685 experience points. Gain 8,563 experience points. The current experience value has been capped. After one turn, subsequent upgrades can be performed. Zhao Yuan's experience value is already 100% of level 10, and he can instantly upgrade to level 11 after one turn. And the orc shaman was also killed by Zhong Wen's bone behemoth, and Zhong Wen directly used the S-level bone summoning skill during the battle. A large amount of skill proficiency was obtained. After the skill level was increased, the upper limit of summoning bones was increased to 1,000 units, so Zhong Wen used his skills directly on the corpses of the three boos. Click. Click, the sound of flesh being torn came, and 3 level 14 Lord level bones crawled out of the corpse. One held a bone cane, the other also had 6 bone arms, and the other carried a human skin drum. Before his death the scalps of the players were numb. Zhong Wen summoned the bones of the 3 boos. Can't the bones of these 3 boos be pieced together on a giant beast of bones? This is too perverted, isn't it? With Zhao Yuan helping him kill boos, he can easily collect high-quality bones, and his strength will become stronger and stronger. Zhong Wen used the SS-level white bone creature again to fuse more than 100 ordinary unit white bones and 3 lord-level white bones into the white bone behemoth at the same time. The main unit Zhong Wen chose was the corpse of the 6-armed blue ghost. In just a few seconds, a more terrifying 6-armed white bone appeared in front of everyone, each arm holding a bronze-sharp knife. 2 cloudy green flames rose up in the eye sockets, and everyone hurriedly checked the attributes of this giant white-boned beast. Bone behemoth, 6 arms, quality, lord level, LV20 strength, 400 constitution, 300 agility, 300 intelligence, 100 skills, charge, whirlwind introduction. With a 6-armed green ghost as the core, a giant beast formed by thousands of bones, this terrifying attribute. You must know that the attributes of boosts are doubled in the dark state. The attributes of this giant beast of bones even exceed the boos in the dark state. Kuan Yin and Vid Wangmu looked at the remaining beasts, but this white-boned beast has no chance of winning against Zhao Yuan. His entire armor is based on the attacker's attack attribute. Chapter 29 Skins with Attributes. At this time, all the players were checking their rewards, and they couldn't hide their smiles. Zhao Yuan also immediately opened his backpack to check the 4 rewards he had obtained: bull fashion quality, white category, 3-piece fashion wearing requirements, LV10 effect 1, blood regeneration plus 60 effect 2, maximum blood volume plus 4000 effect 3, actively open, gain super body effect for 5 seconds. With a simple glance, Zhao Yuan understood what the fashion setting is. In fact, it is a skin with attributes. It can be overlaid on your own equipment to give the equipment a layer of gorgeous decoration. A 3-piece outfit is equivalent to having 3 more pieces of equipment than the average player, and fashion does not count for equipment. The 3-piece costume has 3 effects, each time one is collected. One can be triggered. More advanced fashion will have 4-piece suits, 5-piece suits. This set of white bull costumes has a gray main body color. After wearing it, it is much more gorgeous and exquisite than ordinary green equipment. In addition, the last special effect of the barbarian costume can give Zhao Yuan a 5-second super body effect, which can ignore control skills. This is of great significance to Zhao Yuan. Although he is fleshy now, he has no resistance to control skills. Zhao Yuan immediately put on the barbarian cow costume, his attribute sword, and then began to check the green set of equipment. There are a total of 9 vacancies in the equipment column in the Doomsday Game, which are weapons, offhand weapons, helmets, breastplates, shoulder pads, gauntlets, belts, leggings, and boots and accessories. Not on the equipment column. It belongs to the same as fashion. It is divided separately. So Zhao Yuan got a set of green equipment with a quantity of 9 wilderness suit quality, green quantity, 9 wearing requirements, LV10 attributes. Zhao Yuan took off all the spare parts on his body, and put on a green equipment with LV10. The 9 equipment slots were filled, and the attributes soared again. There is also a big gap in attributes between LV5 green equipment and LV10 green equipment. Zhao Yuan felt that he was complete. The 9 equipment slots were filled, and he also had a set of bull fashion. Then there is the guild order, which is a special item for establishing a first-level guild, and finally 100 W copper coins. The weapon in the wilderness suit is a one-handed knife, and the offhand weapon is a one-handed shield. He is dressed in armor and is extremely majestic. And Zhong Wen and Yu Ning also received their own rewards, and their equipment was updated, no longer patched together. Zhong Wen said in the team chat, "Let's teleport to the town. I want to complete a turn." A turn can greatly increase the player's attribute points. Yu Ning also added, "After one turn, players will get attribute points with different proportions according to their own emphasis. For example, I am an auxiliary player. After one turn, I can get a lot of intelligence attribute points and physical attribute points. Warrior players can get a lot of strength attributes and agility attributes after one turn, and from then on, every time you level up, the attribute points you get will also change, instead of +5 for all attributes." Zhao Yuan saw that the village head and the captains of the 3 major organizations all wanted to talk to him, but Zhao Yuan didn't want to waste time. After a simple response, he took the 2 of them to the teleportation point of the village and chose a place called Qinghai Town. After 3 seconds of teleportation time, the 3 of them appeared in the vast Qinghai Town, which was more than 10 times more prosperous than the village. Chapter 30 Hell Level 1 Turn. Liu Qingjin also teleported to Qinghai Town, because the teleportation point of the village can only teleport to the nearest town. That is, there is only one option. Liu Qingjin sent the names and coordinates of the three of Zhao Yuan, Yu Ning's halo effect, and Zhong Wen's bone monster attribute table to Tuazhan. Tuazhan was all smiles, delighted that his long-term work had finally paid off. Takuma, I said, you don't plan to sign a system agreement with us. Under the system notarization, neither party can violate the content of the agreement. As long as you sign the system agreement, you will gain the absolute trust of our Sakura kingdom, and we will build you into a first-class powerhouse. Liu Qingjin responded, I'm waiting to see if you have the energy to assassinate Xiaoguoshan in the transnational region and inherit his SSS-level skills. If you are really that powerful, then I will naturally choose to sign a system agreement with you, Takuma. Under the limitations of the system, it is indeed difficult to teleport across regions, and players above level 30 cannot enter towns, but our killer will definitely be able to complete the task and kill Xiaoguoshan at the initial stage. Just wait and see. Liu Qingjin received the resources sent by email and strengthened himself. The three of Zhao Yuan came to the job transfer hall, and there were quite a lot of people here. Yu Ning said, we need to find a career-changing tutor to receive the corresponding task. There are many job transfer instructors in the hall, both male and female. Zhao Yuan randomly found a middle-aged male NPC, whose level was displayed as level 20. Zhao Yuan, the three of us want to receive the first-rank mission, job change tutor. One job transfer is very simple, but there is also the possibility of death. You only need to pass a job transfer secret realm to obtain the corresponding certificate. The difficulty of the secret realm is up to you to choose, divided into 5 levels, normal, elite, difficult, nightmare, and hell. The higher the difficulty of the secret realm, the more attribute points you will get after clearing the level. This is one of the few ways you can get attribute points besides leveling up. If you form a team of 3, the difficulty of transferring to the secret realm will also increase. Finally, the career change instructor pointed to the door at the end of the hall. Through this door, you can enter the secret realm of job change. After the 3 of them entered the door at the end of the hall, 5 difficulty options appeared in front of them. Zhong Wen said, ordinary players will choose the elite level, which is safer, can get considerable attribute points, and the difficulty of the secret realm is not too high, but players with good strength will choose a difficult level secret realm. How should we choose? Zhao Yuan said, hell level. Our strength is enough to pass the hell level. Yu Ning originally wanted to say that he should be more cautious, because the highest difficulty level of hell is likely to cause players to die in it. But she thought of Zhao Yuan's 3 SSS level skills, plus a suit of equipment, so she didn't refute Zhong Wen. Okay. Hell level, otherwise the difficulty is too low. Zhao Yuan doesn't feel it at all. His blood volume has never been lower than 50%, and there is no challenge at all. As the team leader, Zhao Yuan chose the 5th level of difficulty, hell level. Then the 3 of them were teleported to the secret realm. A tall stone sculpture appeared in front of everyone, and the sculpture began to come to life gradually, with blood-red light permeating the eyes. Gargoyle quality, Lord level, LV 25 strength, 600 constitution, 700. Chapter 31 Attribute Point Rewards. Click. Click. Pieces of rock fell from the monster, and its blood volume was only 1/3 left. The body had lost an arm, and half of its body was shattered. But under Zhao Yuan's taunting with his sword, the golem can only attack Zhao Yuan frantically for a second, and the skill will be released immediately when it cools down. Battle tip: when attacked by the golem, HP will be reduced by 6%, triggering SSS level anti-armor, causing 9,653 true damage. 15 minutes later, the gargoyle completely collapsed and became a pile of fragments. The player kills the 25 level lord creature, the gargoyle, and gets the hell level 1 turn certificate 3. This is a pitch black nameplate with a scarlet abstract skull on the front, representing hell level difficulty. A teleportation point appeared near the fragment of the golem, and 3 seconds later, everyone walked out of the door. Just choose to use this job transfer certificate, Zhao Yuan said. He chose to consume this certificate. A layer of blood-red light spots surrounded his body, and his own attributes changed. Congratulations to the player for a successful transfer. Consume the hell level transfer certificate, and obtain 50 free attribute points. The player has been transferred successfully and obtained the title of Apprentice Knight for each level. The physical attribute increases by 20 points. The strength attribute increases by 20 points. The agility attribute increases by 5 points, and the intelligence attribute increases by 5 points. The player has been upgraded to level 11, with plus 20 points in physique and strength, and 5 points in agility and intelligence, Yuan said, after one turn. For every level I increase, my intelligence and physique will increase by 15 points, and my agility and strength will still only increase by 5 points, because I am an auxiliary root. Intelligence and physical attributes are the most suitable for me, Zhong Wen. My intelligence attribute is plus 25 points per level, but the other 3 attributes are only plus 5 points. However, this hell level transfer certificate directly gives 50 free attribute points, which is so cool. Zhao Yuan added all the 50 attribute points given by the hell level transfer certificate to his physique. His current attributes are, name, Zhao Yuan level, LV11, 0% 100%, health, 100% mana, 100% strength, 90 constitution, 140 agility, 70 intelligence, 70. The combat power of the 3 has been significantly improved, and only hell level credentials can provide so many free attribute points. Zhao Yuan said, when players enter the town, the first thing they do is to turn around to get an attribute boost, and the second thing is to complete the accessory task and unlock the first accessory slot. Yes, these are very basic forum strategies, Yuan echoed. Every time a player raises 10 levels, they can get an accessory bar. Each player's accessories are the same, but they can spend resources and improve unlimitedly. Every player's first accessory is a ring, and the additional attribute of the ring is attack power. Let's go. Zhao Yuan took the lead in leading the way. This Qinghai town looks prosperous and peaceful, but under the main tone of the Doomsday Game, it is very likely that a sudden cataclysm event will destroy the entire town. Chapter 32 Abyss Level Escort Mission. 6 difficulty options appeared in front of Zhao Yuan. There are 6 difficulty levels: normal, elite, hard, nightmare, hell, and abyss. The gray-haired artisan continued, the higher the difficulty you choose, the higher the quality of minerals delivered by the convoy, and the more monsters you will encounter along the way. However, after completing the task, the quality of the accessories obtained will be higher. Yuan wondered, isn't every player's accessories the same? Why is there a difference between high and low? The art craftsman saw that it was a young and sweet girl asking himself, and his tone became much more relaxed. Indeed, accessories are all objects that can grow indefinitely. They can cost copper coins and step-up stones to evolve continuously, from white to golden, 7. But this process costs too much copper coins and step-up stones. The more difficult it is for you to complete the task, I can help you create better accessories. I will save you a lot of resources and complete the escort task of hell level difficulty. I can help you create a top quality blue ring, and you have to use resources to stack the white ring to the blue quality, and the cost of copper will cost tens of millions, not to mention the step-up stone, which has a price but no market. But little girl, you'd better do what you can. Although high-quality accessories are rare, life is more precious. The difficulty is too high, and you may die on the way, Zhao Yuan said in the group chat of his teammates. The strength of the 3 of us, the hell level can definitely pass, but this highest abyss level may be dangerous, Zhong Wen said. We should also be able to pass the abyss level, right? Zhao Yuan's skills are incomprehensible. The more powerful creatures are in front of him, the faster they die. The reward of the hell level is a blue quality ring. After completing the abyss level, isn't it possible to get a purple ring? Yuan said, I think we should be more cautious. First of all, we are a team of 3, so the number of monsters encountered along the way will triple, and above the wilderness, it is possible to encounter wild boos, or even be attacked by other players. Killing a player can get the opponent's talent, copper coins, and equipment. It's a lucrative business. There are many players who specialize in hunting and killing players to get rich. Instead of choosing the risky abyss level, it is better to choose the hell level that is 100% passable. In this Doomsday Game, survival is the first priority. Zhao Yuan thought for a moment and said in the group chat, just choose the abyss level difficulty. My strength is enough to face all the dangers that may be encountered. Okay, Yuan agreed. Then choose abyss difficulty. After Zhao Yuan decided to choose abyss difficulty, the craftsman said solemnly, it's good for young people to have the courage, but this is undoubtedly a death sentence. I have no right to interfere with your own choice, but I still hope you will think about it again. If you decide, the carriage is already waiting for you at the east gate. At this time, it is already dark when the carriage arrives at the Zijin mining area. You need to stay in the mining area overnight and return the next day. The Carriage 3 rushed all the way to the East Gate and saw an arena. That's the place where players compete. When we reach level 20, we can enter the arena anytime and anywhere. And we don't need to spend time going to the place, Yuning said. After winning the competition, you can get exclusive competition coins, and you can buy some extremely precious items, such as wings, fashion, NPC characters in the guild. This clock text asked, Zhao Yuan, what do you plan to do with this guild? Is it exchanged for copper coins after the auction, or? Chapter 33 Mountain Bandits. The carriage captain said to Zhao Yuan, we have a specific route that can avoid high-level monster areas as much as possible, but the danger is impossible to avoid. Before finishing speaking, Zhao Yuan saw a group of level 15 elite creatures appearing in the distance. The number was 30 plus. Before Zhao Yuan could make a sound, Zhong Wen's bone monster, wizard, released a fire rain skill killing this group of level 15 elite creatures in seconds. Zhong Wen's attributes have now been improved, and his SS level skills have made him an extremely terrifying combat force. After advancing for 20 minutes, a level 15 Lord Booz appeared in front of the road, and hundreds of elite creatures followed the Booz, as expected of the difficulty of the abyss. This is just the beginning, and there is a level 15 boost. Zhao Yuan activates the sword drawing taunt, forcing all enemies within sight to taunt. This level 15 Booz is a warrior type, and it swings a huge mace, and smashes it towards the top of Zhao Yuan's head when the Booz seemed to hit steel. The spikes on the mace were broken, and Zhao Yuan's blood volume dropped by hundreds of points, less than 1%. Battle reminder, when attacked, the blood volume is reduced by 365 points, triggering SSS level anti-armor, causing 6,532 points of real damage. Both Booz and ordinary monsters can only attack Zhao Yuan forcibly, and they are constantly pierced by the anti-armor damage. 3 dazzling halos spread out from the carriage where Yuning was, completely covering the nearby 3,000 meters, among which the most important one for Zhao Yuan was the magic return halo. For every player, the lack of magic points will cause a significant decline in combat power. Under Zhao Yuan's SSS level knife drawing taunt, the 6 carriages did not suffer any damage, and their durability was still full. Every attack by the monster not only failed to destroy Zhao Yuan's blood volume, but also caused terrible damage to himself. But he had to attack Zhao Yuan. 25 seconds of forced taunt. If he didn't have the ability to remove the control, he could only bite the bullet and attack Zhao Yuan. In just 5 minutes, all the mobs were killed, partly due to Zhao Yuan's anti-armor damage, and partly due to Zhong Wen's bone giant beast skill damage. Booz at level 15 only had 1/3 of his HP left, and Zhao Yuan's saber drawing taunt cooldown resumed again. He charged in front of the Booz and pierced the opponent's eyeball with a knife. Weak point attack. The damage value is very high. Booz wailed in pain, but he couldn't escape even if he wanted to, and was taunted by Zhao Yuan. The bone behemoth's chaotic wind skill blew up an air current comparable to a sharp blade, and emptied the last blood bar of Booz. After Booz died, only a few thousand copper coins were dropped, and there were no other items. It may be because of this escort mission, you can get high-quality accessories after completing it, so the monsters along the way will only drop copper coins, Zhao Yuan thought. Battle tips: kill the target and get 6,324 experience points, obtain skill proficiency of 1,253 points, 8 times. Under the passive recovery of the SSS level lunatic, Zhao Yuan recovered to full health in a few seconds, and the team continued to move forward for 2 hours. A team of more than 50 people rushed out from all directions, one by one. They pulled out their weapons fiercely, and they almost said that I planted this tree and opened this road. This is a person who committed a felony in the town, then escaped from Qinghai town, and became a bandit on a nearby hill, the carriage captain said. Zhao Yuan glanced at them. All the people blocking the way were NPCs, not players. They were all at level 15 at the lowest level, and the leader of the bandits was a level 20 lord creature, except for the women and horses. Kill all the others. The bandit leader with an irregular scour on his face commanded the rest of the bandits. Chapter 34 Beheading the Living. Zhong Wen awakened the bones of the bandit leader and turned them into his own combat power. The previous level 15 Booz was also awakened by him and became his summoning object. Same as before, nothing dropped except copper coins. It seems that these enemies are arranged for us by the system on the difficulty of the abyss. Time waits for no one. The team continues to move forward, The speed of the carriage is very fast, only slower than ordinary mounts, because it is empty after killing these bandits. Zhao Yuan also gained a lot of experience points and skill proficiency. He also looks forward to reaching level 15 as soon as possible, so that he can get the next SSS level skill. With 1/3 of the distance left, the convoy entered a valley with towering cliffs on both sides. A player of 50 players is ambushed here. A convoy is coming. This route is the only way to escort missions. Our guild only needs to ambush here. The rewards for killing people are enough for us to become second-rate powerhouses. This is a team of players from a first-level guild. Instead of fighting to the death with monsters, they hide and ambush players. They can inherit the opponent's talents and abilities, and they can also obtain all the opponent's coins, equipment, and props. The leader carried a live ammunition rifle, and he installed landmines on the road below the valley in advance. When their convoy completely enters the minefield, their carriage can be easily destroyed, but the landmines in the Doomsday Game are not so powerful. They can only reduce their blood volume. They will definitely not be able to kill them. We have to go up and make up for them. After Zhao Yuan's convoy entered the minefield, the enemy pressed the switch, and a huge roar spread out. The crimson heat wave vented upwards, overturning the carriage. The swordsman guards were all injured, as were Zhong Wen and Yun Ning. Yun Ning instantly turned on the 3 layers of aura, and Zhong Wen's giant bone beast also guarded the surroundings. Come on, brothers, this giant bone beast has very high attributes, and must be the opponent's strongest combat power. Kill this giant bone beast, and we can even inherit this ability. A team of 50 players rushed down from the cliff, and some players even carried rifles and shot. The leader of the enemy thought to himself, the players who take the escort mission are generally level 10 rookies who have just entered the town to unlock the accessories bar, and we have already reached level 20. Killing such level 10 players is no use at all. Little risk. Even a very talented player, under the suppression of the level, has to die and surrender his innate ability. According to this method, this group of players ambushed and killed many novice players, and their combat power gradually became stronger. The quality of this giant white bone beast is so high. If it weren't for the level crushing, we really wouldn't be opponents, but with a difference of 10 levels and a number of people crushing, if you kill this player, you can get the skills of this bone monster. This is the joy of killing. The equipment, resources, and skills accumulated by others will change hands in an instant. This bone monster's skill seems to be at least S level. From now on, I can also become an S-level ability user. Just thinking about it makes me excited. Zhao Yuan waited for the enemy to get close to 1,000 meters, then released the sword taunt, and instantly hide an enemy, instantly killing him. The other enemies were all stunned. They were all level 20 players. By killing players, they got a lot of rewards. Their strength was considered mid-level. How could they be instantly killed by a level 11 player? Then there was a 25-second force taunt. Damn it. The player who summoned the bone giant is not the strongest one, but the shield warrior in front of him is the most troublesome. 25 seconds of force taunt? No problem, we shoot him into receive. Didn't he want to taunt? Let's just empty his blood bar, the enemy leader shouted. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 35. Upgrade the magic weapon. Is this reward too generous? Zhao Yuan was surprised. Apart from the lack of high-quality rewards, there are too many other low-level rewards. The experience value gained by killing players is nearly 10 times higher than killing monsters of the same level. The acquired skill proficiency is almost 10 times. You can also inherit the enemy's talents, all copper coins, and equipment. Isn't this the system pushing players to fight each other? It was also the first time for Zhong Wen to kill someone. He felt that there was not much difference between killing a monster. It was impossible that a human corpse was more shocking than a monster's corpse, and the desperate expressions of human beings before their death are displayed in the facial features and frozen in the eyes. There is also the smell of human blood, which is much better than the blood of monsters. Maybe it's because of the high level of these players. They are all level 20. If we kill level 20 players at level 10, the rewards we get will definitely be indispensable. There are many inheritance options in front of Zhong Wen, all of which are the innate skills of the players who were killed by him. Most of them are D rank and F rank junk skills, and the highest is only C rank 7K. Zhong Wen naturally chose to give up all of them, and Zhao Yuan also appeared in front of a large number of inheritance options. He simply glanced at it, and it was nothing more than waste abilities such as strengthening movement speed, strengthening strength, and improving physical strength, upgrade to level 12, strength and physical attributes increase by 20 points, and agility and intelligence attributes increase by 5 points. Now Zhao Yuan's properties panel is, name, Zhao Yuan level, LV 12, 5% 100%, health, 100% mana, 100% strength, 110 constitution, 160 agility, 75 intelligence, 75 talent, eternal blessing, unique. All skills will remain at SSS level. Hundreds of millions of times the proficiency, unique. The skill will cancel the level cap, and can be upgraded without restrictions. Killing the target will continuously accumulate the multiplier of the proficiency, current proficiency multiplier. 9.0 times, cornerstone ability, anti-armor LV 50, SSS level, passively provides high physical defense and magic defense. When receiving damage, it reflects real damage according to the strength attribute of the attacker. Outlaw LV 30, SSS level, passively provides 90,000 health points, recovers 1% of the upper limit of health value per second, and can quickly heal itself when encountering severed limb injuries. Active effect, instantly recover all injuries after opening, cooldown for 24 hours. Skill, draw a knife to taunt LV 45, SSS level, passively increase the monster's hatred value. After the active release, charge forward for a distance, and apply a taunting effect to the enemy at 1,100 meters for 25 seconds. Backpack, oak shield, white, iron armor, white, bronze boots +4, green, bronze bracers, green, iron hammer, white, first grade enhancement stone 12. Wilderness set, green, guild order 1, white equipment 65, green equipment 3 copper coins. 210 magic weapon, green jade lotus terrace LV 6, white, costume, bowl costume, white. The rest of the panels are not yet unlocked. These white equipment and green equipment, we don't need them either. The attributes are average. We can sell them for some copper coins. Chapter 36 Overlord level boosts. Don't this guild have 3 vice presidents? Zhong Wen laughed. Look at your performance, you're frizzy. Besides, it's still too early to establish a guild. The convoy finally arrived at the Zijin mining area before the dark night. This is also a small safe area, but it is a mining area. There are not many people and few shops. The bearded captain of the swordsmen said to Zhao Yuan, I'll take someone to load and unload the minerals on the carriage, and I can leave early tomorrow morning. After that, he took the convoy to the depths of the mining area. On the side is the inn. Pay some copper coins, you can get food and room. Outside Qinghai town, in the magma mountain range in the level 30 monster area, a behemoth was soaked in red magma. Only the ugly head that was 3 stories high was exposed. At this moment, it dug out its own heart and turned into a creature similar to itself, and its quality was overlord level. 3 days later, you launched a monster to attack the town, said the huge Balrog. The creature split by the Balrog left this magma area. A strange bird with the face of an old man fell on the shoulders of Balrog. Why did Lord Flame Demon use his own heart to turn into a weakened version of himself? Human head bird asked inexplicably. Flame Demon's huge dark golden pupils turned slightly. The forces in Qinghai town are chaotic, but with a strong enemy like me watching from the outside, these human forces will not be in chaos. Instead, they will unite against foreign enemies. The head bird said, Lord Flame Demon is to let the human forces in Qinghai town kill this weakened Flame Demon creature, and then thinking that there is no more threat in the magma mountains, civil unrest will begin. That's right, Flame Demon continued, although I am strong enough to destroy the entire Qinghai town. There are many powerful human races in this town, all of them joining forces will pose a huge threat to me and let them kill a false Balrog. With the inferiority of human beings, the forces in Qinghai town will definitely compete with each other, and the casualties will be heavy. At that time, I will come in person, easily slaughter Qinghai town, and suck the lifeblood of the whole town's human race. I will be able to obtain qualitative evolution, and it is not impossible to become a king-level creature. In the inn in the Zijin mining area, Zhao Yuan and the 3 ordered a lot of food. After all, as long as the players didn't mix too badly, the food money was still easy to supply. Yunning pointed to the map of Qinghai town and its surrounding areas and said, there are monster areas of level 15, 20, 25, and 30 near Qinghai town. Each of these areas hides a powerful wild boos. The lowest level is the Lord level. Above the Lord level is the Overlord level. Zhong Wen wondered, could it be that a player with reconnaissance skills explored it? Otherwise, how would you know such details? It should be. Yuning replied, there are too many types of skills: ancient martial arts, mechanical skills, guns and guns, traditional skills, power skills, soft rise skills. It's not surprising that there are skills that can detect a large area. Wait, did something strange get mixed in? Zhao Yuan thought he had heard it wrong. What genre is Ruan Fan Liu? Soft Fan Liu. I understand this. I have studied it before, Zhong Wen explained. Soft Fan Liu is to choose players who can provide various buffs for single-player targets, including optimizing beauty, improving dresses, increasing upgrade speed. In this way, you can become the exclusive personal assistant for some high-level female bosses. Chapter 37: Killing the Overlord Level Buffalo. This was the most serious injury Zhao Yuan had ever suffered. With a health bar close to 200,000, 18% of his health was knocked out in one blow. The strength of Overlord-level creatures is much more terrifying than that of Overlord-level creatures, but the Earth-Vein Buffalo was not feeling well either. A huge scar appeared on the hard and rough skin, although it didn't hurt the internal organs of the Booz, but it also significantly reduced the blood bar of Booz. Zhong Wen's six-armed bones released all two skills, and only hid a little blood on Booz. Instead, the giant white bone beast was lightly touched by the buffalo, and its blood volume was directly halved. Overlord-level creature, this is already the highest quality level in Qinghai town and its surrounding areas. The terrifying existence in the lava mountain is also at the Overlord level. For a boss of this level, at least a team of 3,000 people is required to fight together, and only after a large number of lives are used to pile up the Booz can it be possible to complete the kill, Yuning said anxiously. And the Overlord level beings have very high intelligence. They feel that their lives are in danger, and they will even run away, causing players to die in vain, and they can complete the kill and get rewards. Zhao Yuan roared angrily, as expected of the difficulty of the Abyss level. This is really enjoyable. Zhao Yuan activates the active effect of the white magic weapon, which continuously restores HP within 15 seconds. With the upgrade of the magic weapon to level 17, the weak active skill has become stronger now. Under the effect of triple healing, Zhao Yuan regained full health and directly blocked in front of Booz. Wrestling. The Rift Buffalo is a full 30 meters long, and its curved horns are covered with moss and shells, and the length of the horns is twice as long as its head. The ox horns with a savage atmosphere pierced towards Zhao Yuan's body, nailing Zhao Yuan directly to the stone wall on one side. But Zhao Yuan's defense was very high, but the armor was damaged, and the flesh and blood were not pierced. Battle reminder: when attacked by the skill wrestling, the blood volume is reduced by 25%, triggering SSS level anti-armor, causing 19,632 points of real damage. It's okay. The skill of this Booz can only kill 25% of my blood volume. As long as I can resist, there is no Booz that I can't kill. Zhao Yuan continued to use the drawn sword to taunt. He had to protect the carriage from being destroyed by the Booz, otherwise the mission would fail. The output of Zhong Wen's bone behemoth is not low, about 1/10 of Zhao Yuan's. Its biggest role is to help Zhao Yuan block several attacks when Zhao Yuan's blood volume is dangerous. Allow Zhao Yuan to restore the blood volume to a safe value. At this time, the swordsman forcibly dragged the carriage to a relatively safe location. The goods in the carriage were the most precious. Earthquake. The ground-vein buffaloes began to trample on the ground crazily, and the ground mixed with mud, sand and stones began to crack. All units standing on the ground suffered terrible injuries and were stunned. The durability of the 6 carriages was reduced to 1/10 in an instant, and all 10 swordsmen were seriously injured, vomited blood, and lost consciousness. Yuning was also injured naturally, but fortunately Zhao Yuan's taunting time was very long, even if Zhao Yuan fell into a dizzy state. The primary target of Booz was still Zhao Yuan. Zhao Yuan was trampled by the gigantic cow's crow, and he felt weak pain from the very beginning. His defense was only barely adequate in front of Overlord-level creatures. Finally survived the stun time of the Booz skill. Zhao Yuan turned on the healing effect of the white magic weapon again, and at the same time took the initiative to drink the blood recovery potion. This is the first time Zhao Yuan has used potions to restore blood volume. The strength of Booz is too high. The Overlord creature at level 20 is the absolute king in the entire area. However, the higher the attack of the Booz, the more terrifying Zhao Yuan's retaliation would be. Booz now only has one skill left unused. Chapter 38: SSS Level Fire Escape. In an instant, Zhao Yuan felt exaggeratedly high temperature, and above his head, hundreds of golden dragon head-shaped fireballs bombarded him. Zhao Yuan could feel the terrifying destructive power contained in these golden fireballs. He only had about 50% HP now, so he might be instantly killed. Moreover, the attack range of these fireballs is too large, and Zhong Wen and Yu Ning will also be covered. It is possible for him to survive, but the two of them must die. Boom. There was not much time left for Zhao Yuan to think. He instinctively used the active effect of the SSS level madman to instantly heal all injuries. As long as there is still a little blood, he can be resurrected perfectly. Zhong Wen saw that Zhao Yuan's blood volume had recovered to full, and immediately gave an order to let the bone monster in the shape of a blood baron leave here, take Yu Ning away, and take away the carriage. By the way, at the same time, Zhong Wen awakened the bones of the buffalo in the earth vein, and a summoned creature of the overlord level became his subordinate. Boom, boom, boom. The flames of the golden dragon head fell like raindrops, and Zhong Wen was swallowed by the bones of the earth vein buffalo, and Zhao Yuan fully suffered the skill damage this time. The flames dissipated, Zhao Yuan survived, with 10% of his HP left. And still rising. At this time, Zhao Yuan finally saw who the enemy was. He was wearing a ninja costume and a mask on his face. The black shadow under his feet touched Zhao Yuan's shadow and bound him tightly. How is it possible? With so many attacks and almost dozens of counter-injuries, how could he still be full of blood? Zhao Yuan looked at the other party in disbelief. On the enemy's body, layers of barriers are broken. This is a prop that can resist damage. Without these barriers, the enemy will be instantly killed by the real damage of SSS level anti-armor, and the ninja didn't give Zhao Yuan reacted at any time, and started to seal his hands again. Zhao Yuan was still unable to move. The bone buffalo summoned by Zhong Wen was almost shattered, but he still had a third of his health, because most of the attacks fell on Zhao Yuan's head. SSS level ninjutsu, dragon flame singing technique, boom. The same terrifying skill bombarded Zhao Yuan again. This time he was sure to die. The earth cracks. Zhong Wen controlled a bone buffalo to use the earth crack skill, causing all enemy units standing on the ground to be stunned and causing damage. The ninja's dragon flame singing technique was interrupted, and he entered a state of dizziness. But Zhao Yuan was still restrained by the shadow. He decisively turned on the last special effect of the barbarian cow costume, the overbearing body, for 5 seconds. Then he released a black shadow and regained his mobility, and the stun of the earth crack skill was only a few seconds. Zhao Yuan had to kill the enemy within a few seconds, otherwise he and his teammates would all die. At this juncture of life and death, Zhao Yuan chose the enemy's neck extremely calmly. As long as the head is cut off, the enemy will surely die. A half-digitized body cannot save a human being who has lost his head. Zhao Yuan exhausted all his strength, and the green one-handed knife directly cut into the enemy's neck. Due to the damage, the enemy woke up from the dizzy state. As soon as I opened my eyes, I saw Zhao Yuan's knife cutting his trachea. The enemy desperately grabbed Zhao Yuan and wanted to struggle, but the real pain made him almost lose consciousness. Only instinct remained. Feel the instinct of extreme pain, the pain of being cut off the trachea and spine by a knife, and instilled into the enemy's nerves madly. Chapter 39 Purple Ring. Why do people from Sakura country know the exact location of the three of us? Know the effect of your anti-armor skills, Yu Ning said. This ninja is obviously prepared, with a lot of disposable defensive barrier props on his body, which perfectly restrains your anti-armor, and he also chose us to kill the Leline Buffalo, and release the shadow binding technique in an instant when his vigilance is relaxed, ensuring that the skill hits 100%. This skill can be avoided by moving. Traitor, Zhao Yuan said. It should be a player in number 401 Novus Village who sold my information to Sakura Nation. In this Kingayan town, I'm not very famous, and in number 401 Novus Village, almost everyone has seen my anti-armor and taunting skills. What a beast, Zhong Wen scolded angrily. It's better to hide this traitor deeply, or when I catch him, I will definitely avenge what happened today. Zhao Yuan recalled the battle that took place in just 2 minutes, which was extremely thrilling. If Zhong Wen didn't send Yu Ning away immediately, if Zhao Yuan didn't have the active recovery skills of the SSS level madman, if Zhong Wen didn't wake up the bones of the Leline Buffalo and release the group control skill, Earth Crack, if Zhao Yuan doesn't have the 5-second hegemony effect of the bullfight costume. Now it will be Zhao Yuan and the three who have turned into corpses, and the ninja will complete the task, kill the genius of Xiaoguo, and bring back a SSS level horror skill. so that a SSS level anti-armor player will appear in the Cherry Blossom country. Yun Ning patted Zhong Wen's shoulder hard. Okay, I didn't expect you to be as calm as Zhao Yuan at the critical moment. I take back what I said before, you can be the vice president. Hey, Zhong Wen scratched his head. It's okay, Zhao Yuan added on the side. Hey, didn't someone say just now that I almost urinated? Zhong Wen's face turned red. Zhao Yuan, you just can't see me. I finally pretended to be in front of a girl. PFFT, Yun Ning couldn't help laughing. The three of them survived the disaster, and their laughter reverberated in the carriage. Tuaz Hong watched the name of Yangsha turn dark, which means that this talented player with SSSS level skills died in the Xia Kingdom. How is this possible? Yamashita is a talented player with invincible skills, and is the backbone of our Sakura country's future. Today's battle, it was supposed to be his battle of fame. How could he die in the Xia Kingdom? Liu Qingjin. It must be this Liu Qingjin who concealed the information. Damn Xia people. Tuaz Hong's eyes were red. This plan not only did not cut off the talented players in Xia Kingdom, but also buried the SSS level skilled players in the country. Even he could not bear the crime. The biggest difficulty in the escort mission of Abyss level difficulty is that it will encounter Overlord level boosts. The three of them have passed, and the remaining miscellaneous soldiers can be easily cleared. 6 hours later, the carriage entered the territory of Qinghai town, and all of them were towering classical buildings. Nice. After the hull level escort mission is completed, you can get a blue quality ring. What we completed was an Abyss level ring. I wouldn't accept this old man if he didn't make a purple ring for us, Zhong Wen said excitedly. What the ring adds is the attack attribute, which is very important to any player. Except for Zhao Yuan. He relied on anti-armor damage. And the higher the attack attribute of the summoner, the more summoned objects can inherit. The three of them didn't even eat, and rushed directly to the art craftsman's shop. Chapter 40 Arena. A strong period. Zhong Wen laughed angrily. Which stage of yours is not a strong period? The higher our attack is, the higher the anti-injury value will be when we face your terrifying SSS level anti-armor, and the faster we will die. The three said goodbye to the artisan, and then left the shop. It was getting late. The carriage with the highest load was moving very slowly, so it was approaching evening, and it was impossible to enter the wilderness to hunt monsters. Yun Ning suggested, we can go to the arena to fight with other players. After winning the arena, you can get copper coins, experience points, skill proficiency, and precious arena coins. There are some extremely precious props and materials that can only be purchased in the arena mall. The most famous of these are the wings. The lowest level of wings is equivalent to an additional piece of equipment, increasing the player's attributes. The upgraded wings allow players to glide down from high altitudes. The top-level wings allow players to fly freely in the sky. Of course, the higher the quality of the wings, the longer the flight time. Zhong Wen also looked forward to it. Wings are not only equipment for flying, but also a status symbol for players. Our Xia Kingdom's top guild leader has unique wings. Not only are their attributes super high, but they are also gorgeous. Go. Play the arena, Zhao Yuan said. After the player reaches level 20, he can unlock the function of entering the arena at any time. Now only when he reaches the arena can he start the player duel. After arriving in the arena, there are many players here, because they can be resurrected without limit because they die in the arena and the pain is relatively weakened. If you win the PK, you can get rewards. If you lose, there is no punishment. It is nothing more than wasting some time. Now we only have the option of single-player competition. After the level is higher, we can even form a multiplayer team to compete, Yuning explained. Just play for an hour, and we will meet again when the time is up. Zhong Wen was surprised. But you are a pure Halo ability user? You have no means of attack at all, Yuning responded. I didn't have it before, but now that I have obtained the purple jewelry, I can easily kill people with only normal attacks. In addition to the addition of the Halo to myself, I can crush ordinary players. When I encounter stronger enemies, I will lose if I lose. It just sharpens my experience in fighting players. Each player can wear 3 sets of equipment in total. The first set is the equipment column with 9 empty slots, followed by the fashion column, and finally the accessory column. After level 100, you can get 10 accessories. Zhao Yuan wears the Zisha ring, and his physical attack instantly increases by 2000 points. Zhao Yuan's current attribute panel is, name, Zhao Yuan level, LV13, 18% 100%, health, 100% mana, 100% strength, 130 constitution, 180 agility, 80 intelligence, 80 talent, eternal blessing, unique. All skills will remain at SSS level. Hundreds of millions of proficiency, unique. The skill will cancel the level cap and can be upgraded without limit. Killing the target will continuously accumulate the proficiency acquisition multiple, current proficiency multiple. 10.0 times, cornerstone ability, anti-armor LV51, SSS level, passively provide high physical defense and magic defense. When suffering damage, reflect the real damage according to the strength attribute of the attacking party. Chapter 41 Mechanical Players. However, Zhao Yuan continued to check. In the first order competitive mall, only 100 free attribute points could be purchased, which reached the purchase limit. After upgrading to the second level, you can buy more attribute points of the upper limit. Even the materials for upgrading accessories are also in the competitive mall. Zhao Yuan chose to continue to start matching opponents, and a few seconds passed, and a new player appeared opposite Zhao Yuan. This is a female player holding a sword, wearing an ancient dress, most likely following the path of ancient martial arts. A light dress with no armor at all, but increasing agility and evasion. This time Zhao Yuan did not choose to directly start the taunt with his sword drawn, but waited for the 3-second countdown to end, and let the enemy attack first. A newcomer who has only played one game, the female swordsman used her inner strength skills to strengthen the sword in her hand, unleashing the C-rank Luoxia swordsmanship. The footsteps are nimble, and the tip of the sword pierces the area on Zhao Yuan's body that the armor cannot cover. Zhao Yuan didn't react, and just stayed there. Is this kid stupid or can't walk when he sees a beautiful woman? Although the female swordsman was puzzled, the sword in her hand used 100% of her strength. Let's kill him. If I kill him, I can achieve 5 consecutive victories. This is not easy. The opponents I encounter are getting stronger and stronger. The sword in the female swordsman's hand flew with her wrist, and the sword light flickered, hitting Zhao Yuan's neck, abdomen, and forehead. That's right, Gu Wuliu's moves have charm, Zhao Yuan praised. However, Gu Wuliu is too weak in the early stage, and it is difficult to accumulate internal strength. Puff puff. The female swordsman was shocked to find that Zhao Yuan's blood streaks were still at 100%, but there were 3 more holes in her body, and a sharp sting came. Her blood volume was only 1/3 left, her clothes were stained red with blood, and her pupils were full of confusion. This is the counter-injury attribute? How can there be such a high value of counter-injury? The female swordsman checked her battle information and found that it turned out to be real damage. I've met a master, and level 13 is so strong. This Qingyan town is really a crouching tiger, hidden dragon. Zhao Yuan didn't waste any more time. After trying his anti-armor effect, he directly turned on the taunting with his sword. After a collision, the female swordsman was instantly killed and teleported out of the arena. Arena information: players win, get 600 copper coins, 982 experience points, 452 skill proficiency points, 10 times, and get 2 competitive coins. It seems that after winning, the enemies you encounter will become stronger, and the stronger the enemies you kill, the higher the rewards. This female swordsman is obviously stronger than the first side player, so I got 2 competitive coins. Zhao Yuan glanced at the time. It was still early. After playing for an hour, he would meet up with his teammates. Relying on his SSS level anti-armor plus taunt, Zhao Yuan has been in a crazy winning streak in the subsequent competitive battles. Even if it encounters a meat shield player, the effect of counter-injury is not obvious, and it will be easily killed by Zhao Yuan's high physical attack. Zhao Yuan gradually discovered the principle of the arena. The stronger the enemy he killed, the stronger the next matched player. The stronger the enemy you defeat, the more competitive coins you will get, so you don't need to spend a lot of time in the arena at all. As long as the player's strength is strong enough, they can get hundreds or thousands of competitive coins in a later round of competition, and the more games you win in a row, the higher you can get. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 42: Adding one member. This guy is very strong. No wonder he has an 86% winning rate. If he hadn't met me, the firepower of this turret could easily wipe out hundreds of people. Not only does it have a heavy machine gun with a higher rate of fire, but it can also launch missiles. Although it is a fixed turret, it can be placed on a movable vehicle, such as a carriage. To achieve the effect of a mobile turret, Zhao Yuan cherished his talents, and the person who could kill 20% of his HP must have S skills, or SS level abilities. Zhao Yuan took the initiative and said, I'm recruiting a powerful team. If I'm not mistaken, your turret skills are SS level, right? The minimum requirement for the team members I need is to have S level skills. I am now inviting you. By the way, the anti-armor on me is SSS level, and the same is true for the taunting skill. I am qualified enough to be your teammate. Su Yuxin adjusted his glasses and looked at the countdown in the arena. The time limit for a competition is 3 minutes. When the time is up, the winner will be divided according to the amount of blood, 25 seconds of taunting effect, anti-armor with real damage, and after just a few seconds, your blood volume is almost full. You are indeed qualified to be my teammate, but I have agreed in advance that I need to enter your team for investigation. If I find that our acting styles are too different, I will choose to leave. Su Yuxin initiated a friend application to Zhao Yuan, and the two added friend status. Zhao Yuan, by the way, you are a player from Qinghai Town, right? Of course, all the players who are matched are from Qinghai Town. Only in the big city of the human race can they be matched with the strong players from the entire Xia Kingdom. Zhao Yuan finally asked curiously, do you need to spend copper coins to buy the bullets released by your fort? Guns are the most waste of copper money, and the money to buy ammunition is more than what I earn. No, this is a SS level fixed fort, and what I consume is mana, and the copper coins will only be consumed after the mana is exhausted, Su Yuxin replied. Zhao Yuan hacked him to death with a single knife, and won his 36 consecutive victories, as well as a lot of rewards. Arena information: the player has completed 36 consecutive victories, gained 2,253 experience points, 3,000 copper coins, 1,523 skill proficiency points, 10 times, and obtained competitive coins 32. Zhao Yuan's current experience value is 45% of level 13, and you can reach level 15 soon, gaining a new skill. Since Su Yuxin is not yet level 20 and can only compete in the arena, Zhao Yuan found him easily. No, why did you cut me in the end? It hurts too. Well, I can choose to surrender myself, Su Yuxin said depressed. Can you still surrender? This is my first time opening an arena, Su Yuxin asked curiously. Didn't you say that we have a small team? How many people are there in total? At least they are all S-level skills, including you. There are 4 in total. I am only level 13. Where can I gather so many talents? 4 is already more, Zhao Yuan explained. At this time, Zhong Wen and Yu Ning also walked out of the arena and joined Zhao Yuan. I'll go. There are even beautiful players, and the addition of this team is too worthwhile, Su Yuxin thought excitedly. Who is this person? His body is half digitized, so he doesn't need glasses, Zhong Wen asked. This is the need for my skills, not myopia glasses, Su Yuxin replied. Chapter 43 Guild Trial. Zhong Wen nodded and said, you are the future guild leader, you have the final say, but after we establish the guild, it is very likely that we will be targeted by the 5 existing guilds in Qinghai Town, Su Yuxin added. The 5 major guilds, Huhu, Shangui, Milan, Yuxia, and Lingfen, are all level 3, with a minimum number of 30,000, and the guild leaders are all level 30. Equipment: it is possible to enter the state city at any time. It doesn't matter, the new guild is established, there will be a 7-day protection period, and it cannot be attacked by other guilds and beast hordes, Yuning said. I'm really sleepy, Zhong Wen yawned. See you tomorrow, in the Sakura country, in an unknown guild building. Takuma knelt under the main hall, with 4 rulers sitting above it. One of them sternly said, this is your killing plan? I sent a genius from my Sakura country to teleport to Xia country, but was killed by the other party. Tuazhong's face was ashen, and he said, for adults, this Xia kingdom's performance in the national war in the abyss is getting stronger and stronger. One after another Xia kingdom's geniuses and powerhouses are rising. I don't think it's a problem to fundamentally kill Xiaoguo's genius plan. It's because Shanxia was killed that it shows the talent of this Zhao Yuan. If this Zhao Yuan grows to level 100 or above, won't we be sure to lose if we encounter Xiaoguo in the national war? The 4 people on the stage were obviously moved. The current Xia kingdom is really too powerful, with a large population base and various geniuses emerging in an endless stream. If Xia Kingdom continues to develop, it is not difficult to guess that the strongest country in the future will be belongs to Xiaoguo, HMPH. Takuma, you don't need to talk nonsense. Now that Yamashita is dead, this is one of the future pillars of our Sakura kingdom. How do you pay for it? The person in power on the far left said. As for killing Xiaoguo's geniuses, there are many people who can take over your work. If you can't prove that you are not useless, then, speaking of which, the person in power on the left threw out his saber, and it landed in front of Takuma, cracking the gorgeous masonry. Cold sweat appeared on Tuazhan's forehead. My lords, I don't regret my life, but I have to kill this Zhao Yuan myself to avenge the mountain. Also, I have already contacted the people from the beautiful country, and we will work together to kill the genius of the Xia country. I hope my lord will let me complete my mission. How? A person in power said with a smile. I'm most afraid of hard-working waste. If you fail again, come and see yourself. Tuazhan left the guild building, facing the cold wind, repeating the name Zhao Yuan. The next day, the four of them gathered in the lobby of the inn after eating and drinking. Zhao Yuan took out a token made of a special material, black and gold, with many strange patterns engraved on the surface. Are you sure to use the guild order? After using the guild order, you will get a random guild building with a 7-day protection period. Confirm use. At this time, in the territory outside Kingayan town, a dilapidated guild building appeared out of thin air among the mountains. In front of Zhao Yuan, a panel about the guild also appeared. He pulled all three into the guild, and then began to check. Level 1 guild, unnamed, President, Zhao Yuan Vice President, none. 7 guild funds. 0. Chapter 44 The Power of Zhong Wen. And for the skilled trial, there is no foreign enemy who can interfere with us, so, I choose the difficulty of the abyss level, Zhao Yuan said firmly and chose the highest difficulty. Zhong Wen patted Su Yuxin on the shoulder. Relax, young man, I awakened the skeleton of an overlord creature during the last abyss level escort mission, although there are only 50% attributes, you should know what this means, right? Su Yuxin was shocked again. Overlord creature. The existence of taboos in the effigy magma mountains is only overlord level, even Yuning has no fear, so what am I afraid of? The abyss level is the abyss level. I was lacking mana before, but now with Yuning's magic recovery aura, my firepower will be 4 times stronger than before without cooling down. Above, Zhong Wen touched his crew cut. Brother, we sincerely recruited you to join the team, and sent you all the skill maps, without any scruples. Are you embarrassed? Yes, I was stunned just now. This is my skill map. Su Yuxin put his 3 skill introductions in the group chat of his teammates. S-level summon float, summon a mechanical float, which can fire bullets, small missiles, and conduct long-distance reconnaissance. The current summoning limit is 2. S-level mechanical maintenance, can quickly restore all mechanical products to normal state. SS-level fixed turret, the follow-up skill of summon floater. The mechanical floater will be transformed and derived to form a fixed firepower turret, and the consumption of ammunition will deduct mana value and copper coins. My S-level summons floats. Every time the level increases by 10, the upper limit of summoning can be increased by 1. Now I can only summon 2 mechanical floaters, and there is really no chance to improve my skill proficiency. It's really not enough, Su Yuxin added. Strong skill, Yuning praised, except for the flaw that the turret is fixed. Everything else is terrifying, and the bullets of other players need to spend copper coins to buy. You only need to consume magic points. Su Yuxin summoned 2 mechanical floats, similar to drones, but more streamlined and more sci-fi, equipped with small caliber machine guns and missile launchers. It just floated on both sides of Su Yuxin without any noise. Trial information. The trial of the Abyss level guild is about to start. There are 3 beast tides in total. Protect the guild's resident from being destroyed, and kill all the beasts to pass the trial. Zhao Yuan suddenly patted the back of his head. I forgot to buy attribute points with more than 600 competitive coins. 10 competitive coins can buy a little free attribute points. This is 60 attribute points. I met Su Yuxin yesterday, so I forgot about it. Su Yuxin, it shouldn't be a big problem, right? Yuning, Zhao Yuan's strength lies in 3 SSS level skills and 60 attribute points. To him, it's just drizzle, dispensable. It's better to save up 1000 competitive coins and directly buy 100 free attribute points, which will reach the purchase limit. Zhong Wen greeted, Su Yuxin, come and place your fixed fort, the beast horde will arrive soon. Zhao Yuan walked out of the guild building alone, Silently waiting for the first wave of monsters, Su Yuxin was on the city wall. He said it was a city wall, but it was actually less than 2 meters high, made of irregular stones, but it was half a meter wide. Fixed a fort, under Su Yuxin's control. The two floating machines were separated by 20 meters before landing on the city wall. The floating machinery began to deform and expand, forming two sci-fi forts with a height of half a person. The bases were tripod brackets fixed on the city wall. The fireport of the turret can be rotated 180 degrees, and Yu Ning's blood volume ore and blood recovery ore can also be applied to the turret. The fixed turret is a friendly unit, its durability has been improved, and even if it is destroyed, it can be quickly restored to normal under the effect of the blood recovery ore. Click. Su Yuxin's magic value is reduced by half in an instant, and turned into a magazine for the turret. A magazine contained 1,000 rounds of large caliber bullets and 40 rounds of small missiles. And it only takes a few seconds to change the magazine of the turret, and it can be formed by consuming Su Yuxin's mana. Guild trial information. The first wave of beasts is coming, please prepare for the Guild of Deceitful Soldiers. Chapter 45. Strong teammates. The elephant herd at the front also entered the range of the fixed turrets, and the two sci-fi style turrets began to automatically aim at the enemy. It is obviously a single-barreled machine gun, with a rate of fire similar to that of Gatling, and two small missiles are continuously ejected from the missile launchers on both sides, bombarding the giant elephant herd, causing a lot of damage. Su Yuxin held a black iron-colored rifle, and began to shoot wildly at the elephants. This is so cool. The mana value is completely sufficient, and the two fixed turrets can release unlimited firepower, and the muzzle of the machine gun of the fixed turret will not overheat. As long as the mana value is enough, it can shoot unlimited bullets. Woohoo. Cool. Zhong Wen looked at Su Yuxin, who was falling into a frenzy beside him, and while dubbing the guns, he fired randomly, and the corner of his mouth twitched. You boy, don't shoot at Zhao Yuan indiscriminately, otherwise you will be killed by SSS level anti-armor in an instant with such a high rate of fire. Su Yuxin smiled and said, isn't there damage immunity from friendly units? You are too unprofessional, Zhong Wen. Only then did Zhao Yuan realize that after a period of development, Zhong Wen had already begun to take shape of a strong man. Just relying on this overlord bone buffalo is enough to stop the first wave of elephants. Moreover, the bone buffalo is too huge. Using the ground cracking skill, it can almost attack all tens of thousands of elephant herds with a scale of range output, plus the addition of the magic recovery halo. The damage caused by the target group has far exceeded Zhao Yuan because Zhao Yuan does not have a real range of damage skills. The earth cracks, wrestling, escape, the earth cracks. Anyway, the magic value is enough. Zhong Wen controls the bone buffalo to release its skills crazily, and kills the giant elephants. Since this is a guild trial, the final reward can only be obtained after the trial is over, so these monsters will not drop items, only basic experience points and skill proficiency. The experience value and skill proficiency of Zhong Wen and Su Yuxin soared wildly, and Yu Ning, as a supporter, can also share part of the experience value and proficiency. Zhao Yuan is like no one in the crowd of monsters, and the monster that collides with Zhao Yuan will suffer huge damage. Combat reminder. Suffered a trample attack from a wilderness giant elephant, reducing blood volume by 152 points, triggering SSS level anti-armor, causing 6,523 points of real damage, trigger SSS level anti-armor, causing 4,532 points of real damage, trigger SSS level anti-armor, killing the target triggers the talent hundreds of millions of times proficiency, and the current acquisition multiplier is 11 times. Get 1,253 points of skill proficiency, 11 times, get 1,563 experience points. Get 2,135 experience points. Zhao Yuan felt that he didn't even need himself. Su Yuxin and Zhong Wen were enough. He returned to the city wall and sat next to the two of them, watching Su Yuxin's unleashed firepower and Zhong Wen's bone buffalo trampling. At this time, the group of giant elephants launched a group skill, group charge. A herd of less than 10,000 beasts charging at the same time is definitely the scariest thing on the battlefield. However, Zhong Wen manipulated the bone buffalo to use the wrestling skill to run rampant among the elephants, and the hard and curved horns pierced through the giant elephants. They touched one after another. The earth cracks. Chapter 46. Xiaoguo's Pillar Heavenly Court. These little booze level rats obviously possessed a certain amount of intelligence, but they were ridiculed by Zhao Yuan. It didn't matter whether they were intelligent or not, so they could only attack Zhao Yuan desperately. The Lord-level field mouse had red pupils and released a claw strike and bite skills. Hundreds of attacks landed on Zhao Yuan in an instant. But when the player takes the initiative to fight back, these voles will use the ground burrowing skills to escape far away, leaving the player helpless and can only be slowly tortured to death by the voles. But Zhao Yuan was different. An illusory armor of thorns emerged from his body, which was the display effect of the SSS-level anti-armor skill. After being attacked by the claw strike skill, the blood volume was reduced by 1,653 points, triggering SSS-level anti-armor, causing 6,532 points of real damage, trigger SSS-level anti-armor, causing 4,563 points of real damage. After the voles attacked Zhao Yuan, they wanted to use the ground burrowing skills to escape, but the anti-injury effect hit them directly. The voles themselves were a race with very low blood volume, so they were almost killed by anti-injury. But these Lord-level rats had no choice but to be taunted, so they could only attack Zhao Yuan mindlessly, watching themselves being wounded to death by their own attack. With Zhao Yuan at the center, a large number of monsters fell down, but his blood volume remained above 80%. Although the blood volume of these rats was low, their attacks were really good, and they were able to break through Zhao Yuan's defense. Plus the quantity adds up, but Zhao Yuan has the aura of madman and blood recovery, so he doesn't care about the blood consumption. Zhao Yuan's SSS-level anti-armor is the best when facing agile beasts like Rat Tide. The faster the wild rat's attack speed, the more times it will retaliate. The intensity of this second wave was very high. Su Yuxin and Zhong Wen alone would definitely not be able to defend it. After Zhao Yuan joined the battlefield, it only took 2 hours, 1 hour less than the first wave. All the rat monsters were counterattacked and killed, and his blood volume has never dropped below 70%. High-quality beasts provide a lot of experience points and skill proficiency, and Zhao Yuan got his wish and raised it to level 14. Battle reminder, kill a Lord-level beast, gain 5,638 experience points, 4,596 experience points. When the player upgrades to level 14, the attributes of strength and physique will increase by 20 points, and the attributes of agility and intelligence will increase by 5 points. Trigger the talent billion times proficiency. The current acquisition multiple is 13 times, a total of 25,671 points of skill proficiency. 13 times were obtained. SSS level anti-armor increased to level 55. SSS level knife drawing taunt increased to level 50. SSS level madman increased to level 40. The clear and brilliant golden light not only swayed on Zhao Yuan, Yu Ning and Zhong Wen also upgraded to level 13. At the same time, the skill level of the teammates has also been significantly improved, but it is not as exaggerated as Zhao Yuan. With a billion times proficiency talent, Zhao Yuan acquires skill proficiency 13 times faster. And there is no upper limit on the skill level. The average player's skill has reached level 100, and it has already been capped. Now Zhao Yuan's properties panel is, name, Zhao Yuan level, LV14, 11% 100%, health, 100% mana, 100% strength, 150 constitution, 200 agility, 85 intelligence, 85 talent, eternal blessing, unique. All skills will remain at SSS level. Chapter 47 SSS level sanction windbreaker. Guild trial information. The third wave of beasts is coming. Please be prepared to deal with it. Warning. Overlord level creatures are attacking. Extremely dangerous. Yu Ning finally said. It is said that the president of the Heavenly Court Guild is close to level 300, and there are tens of millions of level 200 players in the guild. As one of the pillars of our Xia Kingdom, these years against hostile countries, against alien players, against abyssal creatures, they are the most powerful Xia Kingdom Legion. Level 300, Zhao Yuan carried the knife with one hand and walked towards the third wave of beasts alone. It sounds like a long time. I'm going to be exhausted when I get to level 15, Zhong Wen snapped his fingers. Level 300, isn't it 60 skills? Zhao Yuan looked into the distance and obtained the attributes of Overlord level boosts Shankui quality, Overlord level. 15 strength, 900 constitution, 800 agility, 800 intelligence, 400 skills, savage bloodline, smash the 15th level Overlord boost, and there are 2, plus tens of thousands of elite creatures, madly crushed towards the guild station. Zhao Yuan is still the old style of play, because there are only 3 skills, and there are no new tricks but simple is the most effective. This Shenki is similar to the Savage's and belongs to the type with a high attack value. Zhao Yuan's anti-armor can cause a lot of real damage. Zhao Yuan released the taunt with a drawn knife, rushed into the beast tide, and carried out a 1,800-meter ultra-wide taunt, and the duration reached 30 seconds. More than half of the beasts were ridiculed by Zhao Yuan alone, and Zhao Yuan was pinched by the palm of an overlord-level Shankui in an instant. Shankui wanted to use brute force to tear Zhao Yuan into two halves, but Zhao Yuan's defense value and HP were high, and an illusory armor of thorns appeared on his body, making Shankui's palm tingle, and he could only let go of Zhao Yuan. Boom. In addition, the overlord-level Shenki directly smashed Zhao Yuan on the ground with a heavy punch, and at the same time, he hammered Zhao Yuan frantically without stopping. Embed him into the ground, forming a huge pothole, which is the random attack skill. Boom boom boom. Shankui threw dozens of punches, but his body cracked open, there were a lot of scars, and blood flowed out from the wound. Zhao Yuan climbed out of the pothole unharmed, his health decreased by 15%, but Shankui lost a quarter of his health. Zhao Yuan activates the active special effect of the white magic weapon and quickly restores the blood volume within 15 seconds. At the same time, the passive effect of the Madman and Yuning's blood returning aura are also healing themselves, and Zhong Wen's bone buffalo, after merging a large number of bone units, has reached level 25. Whether it is equipment or beasts, every fifth level is a significant improvement under the control of Zhong Wen. The white bone buffalo continuously released ground fisher and wrestling skills to slaughter the beasts. Su Yuxin's 3 fixed turrets were also continuously strafing, and the torrent of large caliber bullets penetrated the bodies of fierce beasts. Chapter 48 Light Gold Quality Arms. And the burning damage of the Sanction Windbreaker is determined according to its own blood volume and defense attributes. Zhao Yuan's blood volume is about to reach 300,000 now, and the SSS level anti-armor has added a high amount of physical defense and magic defense. The burning damage of the punishment Windbreaker will be extremely exaggerated. This is a large-scale group attack skill, which is exactly what Zhao Yuan currently lacks. This is level 1, and it has a skill range of 50 meters. After leveling up, all within a kilometer radius will be shrouded in Zhao Yuan's burning domain. This skill is simply against the sky, and after being activated actively, the burning will have a serious injury effect. Under the effect of serious injury, the recovery amount of the target's healing will be reduced by 50%. It's basically useless. After the serious injury effect is added, the blood-sucking effect is directly cut in half. It can be called a blood-sucking flow killer. The serious injury attribute is an extremely rare attribute, only one level weaker than the real damage, and most of them are the serious injury effect of a single target. The Sanction Windbreaker skill directly inflicts serious injuries on a large scale. Players who take the blood-sucking style are basically useless when facing Zhao Yuan. 7 Zhao Yuan was still feeling the power of the SSS level Sanction Windbreaker, and when he silently understood the essence of this skill, the group chat of his teammates exploded. Zhong Wen, Zhao Yuan, hurry up. What skill did you acquire? My curiosity is about to explode. Su Yuxin, yes, it must be not weaker than the anti-armor skill. Yu Ning, quickly release the skill map, or the halo will be turned off for you. Zhao Yuan smiled and shared the skill map of the SSS level Sanctions trench coat in the group chat, and there was a moment of silence. Obviously teammates were shocked by the introduction of this skill. Sure enough, it is still SSS level. Zhao Yuan already has 4 SSS level skills, and this Sanction Windbreaker still has a wide range of attack ability, Zhong Wen said excitedly. SSS level anti-armor plus taunt plus madman plus burning field, Yu Ning said in the group chat. The key point is that the Sanction Windbreaker still judges the damage according to the blood volume and defensive attributes. Zhao Yuan's blood volume and defense are so high, the range damage under the burning field will be extremely outrageous. Su Yuxin added, the serious injury effect is very valuable. After the serious injury effect is added, the treatment received by the target will be halved. Not only the healing skills of the auxiliary players, but also their own blood sucking, will also be halved. And the serious injury effect is calculated based on the percentage of the target's blood volume. If the target's injury is serious and the blood volume is only 10% left, then the healing effect will be reduced by 90%. That is, the less the enemy's blood volume, the stronger the effect of reducing serious injuries. That is to say, in the state of serious injury, the player's treatment methods will be invalid, and they can only wait for death in silence. Only very advanced treatment skills can save the seriously injured person. The new skill Zhao Yuan got, The SSS level sanction windbreaker, transformed into a windbreaker formed by condensed flames, and put it on Zhao Yuan. Similar to Hokage's exclusive cloak. It has short sleeves, a long tail swing, and gorgeous skill special effects boom. All the ferocious beasts within 50 meters were stained with a few inconspicuous flames. Although these blazing yellow flames did not seem to have much power, the damage was extremely terrifying. Battle reminder, the skill sanction windbreaker takes effect passively, causing 1,562 points of burning damage to the target every second, cause 1,423 points of burning damage to the target every second, cause 1,768 points of burning damage to the target every second. The monsters 50 meters away from Zhao Yuan began to lose their HP crazily. If they attacked Zhao Yuan, they would be stabbed by real damage. And staying near Zhao Yuan will be covered by a terrifying burning field, losing blood crazily every second. Coupled with Zhao Yuan's forced taunt, there is basically no solution. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 49 SS Class Mechanical Tank. The guild funds are the copper coins that the guild needs to consume for its development. The guild experience value is increased to 100 W, and the guild level can reach the 3rd level. Guild materials can be converted into all the items the guild needs, such as materials for building buildings, such as materials for blasting soldiers. The more of these three, the better. After the guild was upgraded to the 2nd level, the area expanded a lot, and it no longer felt desolate before, and became bright and majestic. Whether it is the guild hall, city wall, or warehouse, they have all been renovated, and after the level of the guild has been upgraded, the durability of the building has been significantly enhanced. On the open space of the guild, there is a huge pool. Just by consuming the guild materials, you can transform troops from the reincarnation pool without limit. And Zhao Yuan got 1,000 unit reincarnation charms, which can directly explode 1,000 units. Zhao Yuan chose the reincarnation charm of the expendable unit, and the pterosaurs climbed out of the reincarnation pool one by one. Pterodactyl quality, light gold level, LV5, kill the enemy to upgrade, strength, 500 constitution, 500 agility, 500 intelligence, 300 skills, dragon blood, dragon flame, projection. Introduction. The pterosaurs, which have some dragon blood, have a very high tacit understanding with the cavalry. They are the most feared aerial cavalry on the battlefield. A 3-meter-long pterosaur climbed out of the reincarnation pool, carrying an armored cavalry on its back. The cavalry wore bows and arrows and carried multiple spears on its back. The overlord level corresponds to purple, and the light gold quality is beyond the level of the overlord level. It is only level 5, and it has such a terrifying attribute. These pterosaur cavalry can continuously improve their level by killing beasts, and the cavalry has the wisdom of ordinary people. There were 1,000 pterosaur cavalrymen, crawling on the ground. Their bodies were covered with rock-like gray scales, vertical pupils with a savage atmosphere, and flames continued to emerge from their noses. Everyone's faces were full of shock. This is 1,000 pale gold air cavalry. You're done, Yuning said. All units need food, otherwise their loyalty will be reduced. How can you reincarnate so many units in one go? Where do you get so much food? Zhao Yuan responded. The food consumption of these pterosaurs is indeed huge, but there is never a shortage of beasts in the wilderness. Isn't the corpse of so many monsters we killed just now a food stock? 7 And these pterosaur cavalry can also go out on their own, hunt fierce beasts, and be self-sufficient. Anyway, this is a randomly placed area, and few players will know the coordinates of this place. Can I bring these troops to play dungeons? Su Yuxin asked expectantly. Wouldn't it be great if you could bring out the guild at will? At this time, a middle-aged man walked out of the guild hall. It was the purple quality butler who had just obtained. Master President, the guild's arms cannot be directly brought out of the guild, nor can it be used for the dungeon, the steward explained. Arms can only be used to protect the guild itself, or to stay away from the guild in guild wars, national wars, and cataclysmic events. Of course, if the president has the precious troop transfer tiger talisman props. He can also send a large number of troops to arrive at any location. As a strong support, he can also send the troops back after the event. So that's the case, Zhao Yuan responded. Steward, You will be responsible for many matters in this guild. Of course, this is my duty. I will take care of the development of the guild, the housekeeper respectfully said. If you have any questions about the guild, you can ask me, Zhao Yuan said. There are a lot of monster corpses outside the guild building. The guild warehouse should be able to hold them all, right? Chapter 50 100 free attribute points. Suyuxin, of course I have no problem, but after entering the dungeon, the average player team needs to play for 7 days and 7 nights before it is possible to reach the end. Of course, most of them failed and were killed by the beasts in the dungeon, and some players even quit halfway, with no gain. The reward of the dungeon must be cleared before you can get the dungeon gift box, and quitting halfway is equivalent to wasting a lot of time. Zhao Yuan, don't worry. Once you enter the dungeon, it will take at least a few days. Our guild has just been established. I would like to see how efficient these 2 purple NPCs are. It's about to enter the Dark Night. I want to play in the arena for a few hours and buy 100 free attribute points. I also have experience in the arena. I'll go first. Zhong Wen ran out of the inn first. Exactly. I also want to test how strong my SS level mechanical tank is, but unfortunately our level is too low to form a team to compete. Su Yuxin also rushed to the arena. Yun Ning bought some snacks in the system store and walked slowly to the arena. It's too boring to play competitive games. I don't have a single damage skill. But what? Zhao Yuan answered. But after these opponents checked the buff on me, they all wanted to apply for friend status with me. Zhao Yuan opened the guild panel. He found that the guild's funds and materials had been consumed a lot. At the same time, the number of arms had increased a lot, and the materials continued to rise. The level of the pterosaur cavalry is also steadily increasing, and the pterosaur cavalry of level 6 and 7 has begun to appear. These light gold quality arms are so strong that a normal person can use these arms to quickly develop a guild, not to mention 2 purple quality NPCs, 1 resourceful and 1 general. Zhao Yuan said to himself, in addition to the 7-day protection period of the guild, no forces or beasts can attack the guild building. As long as this mechanism is used well, the battalion commander can lead the pterosaur cavalry to go out to hunt and kill continuously, improve the level of arms, and obtain guild supplies, then use these materials to blast troops to create a virtual circle. Zhao Yuan had a general understanding of the guild's gameplay from the very beginning. In fact, it was not difficult to understand. The key depended on the quality of the troops. The troops were too weak, and it was useless to plan. Arms are strong enough that an ordinary person can develop. Zhao Yuan glanced at the guild panel again. The number of pterosaur cavalry reached 1,500 plus, but the guild supplies decreased by nearly 200,000. This light gold quality unit is burning money. Don't care, let's play the arena first, because the further back the arena, the stronger the enemies encountered. Zhao Yuan wanted to see if he could match a player with S-level skills, so that he could get a new teammate again. Zhao Yuan entered the arena and chose to start matching. After a few seconds of matching time, Zhao Yuan entered the first order arena. On the opposite side was a player with a long spear. After the 3-second countdown ended, Zhao Yuan directly turned on the SSS level sanctioned trench coat and wore a robe made of black flames. The enemy held a long spear and used a skill. A faint purple skill halo flashed on the tip of the spear, and more than 10 shots were stabbed in an instant. But he could live a few more seconds without attacking Zhao Yuan, and after touching Zhao Yuan, an exaggerated real wound hit him. The spear player was instantly killed, and he stood in the settlement space with a dumbfounded face to check the battle prompt, encountered the skill effect, suffered 3,658 points of burning damage per second, and has fallen into a state of serious injury, suffering from the real counter-injury effect. The blood volume is reduced by 2,531 points, the blood volume returns to 0, and the competition fails. This is too strong, isn't it? I'm a second and third-rate player anyway, and I was instantly killed in a single encounter. The spear player was shocked. This is a counter-injury? A counter-injury with real damage? The black flame windbreaker on his body should be the display effect of the skill, and the level is definitely not low. Zhao Yuan has his own 37-game winning streak, and he continues to choose to match. After Su Yuxin entered the competitive arena, he placed the next mechanical device within the 3-second countdown. Under the shocked expression of the opponent, the mechanical load began to deform and expand rapidly, and in the 5th second, a tank full of sci-fi style was formed. Gorgeous steel coating, deep black main gun muzzle. This tank is about the size of reality, But this is a doomsday game. Su Yuxin's opponent's eyes almost popped out. Su Yuxin glanced at the consumption of mana, and the corners of his mouth twitched slightly. My dear, my mana is almost exhausted just by summoning a mechanical tank. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.